Hey guys, it's Basically 5 here. Well, it's officially summer for me, so that means I have enough time to kill on my hands for the entirety of summer up until September. So what better way to start it off than to melt my brains out? Now here's a little backstory for you all. Today in my 4th period class, one of my friends decides to dare me to make something incredibly challenging. A 6-dimensional spatial structure based in geometry. He was inspired because I showed him a picture of what I draw for the 5th dimension. But before we can get to the heart of the matter, let's take an honest look at each of the dimensions leading up to the 6th dimension. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Dimension 0. Now most of you can easily understand what Dimension 0 is. It literally is just a point. It's just a point in space. And points are everywhere. You can identify an infinite amount of points. You can place points in a coordinate grid, and that's how you can be able to locate things by using 0 dimensions. It's impossible to measure the 0-dimensional object. Now we come to the 1st dimension. The only measurement you have for the 1st dimension is length. There is no width, depth, or height. The 1st dimension is literally just a line, and a line or a segment, or a ray if you will, can actually stretch out for an eternity. They're by far one of the simpler mathematical constructions that we've got to go through here. Here we have arrived at the 2nd dimension. The 2nd dimension is both length and width, but there is no depth. All it is basically a bunch of lines connected together to form a plane. Last we come to the 3rd dimension, which has not only length and width, but also height, or depth if you will. This is the dimension we usually associate our everyday surroundings with. In geometric terms, we call 3rd-dimensional areas space. Now this is going to get really difficult here on. We come to Dimension 4, which is basically space within space. In reality terms, this has to do with time, but here, it's basically space intersecting space. In the 5th dimension, which is what I showed my friend, it's basically an intersection of those 4-dimensional areas. And finally, we come to Dimension 6. Holy crap, look at this. Just look at this. It's just a jumbled mishmash of lines and planes and segments. It really makes my eyes hurt. I remember I was actually doing this in 5th period. I was actually sketching out a version of the 6th dimension just for practice. I couldn't get it done. It was so hard. So that's why MS Paint saved the day for me. So there you have it. There's the first 7 spatial dimensions in geometry. I'm done, everyone. Have a rockin' summer, everyone. Screw you, Jacob, for making me doing this. Have a nice day.
Through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there, they began to wail. The band was jumping and the drum began to swing. You should have heard